Winslet. I told you.
Sometimes this thing has a mind of its own. It just wants to do what it wants to do. Everybody, thank you for basically being here. It is another episode of Rise and Chai. So glad to actually have you here. It's going to be a great show and very entertaining show. And I'm so happy because it's all three of us are here this time. You know, sometimes it's either, you know, we have Rich on and, you know, and Les is not here. Then we have Les on, Rich is not here. But now all of us are basically here. And it's going to be a good show. So I'm so definitely excited about it. So let's bring them all in. What is going on? How are you guys? How are you amazing people doing today?
Oh, I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh man, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. I started so this is what I'm doing. So people are going to notice that I'm going to start looking unusually thin. And the reason why is because I'm doing a detox right now, but I'm also trying to shed. I'm trimming right now. So I'm in the process of doing that. So I've been fasting. Okay. I'm going through that whole process. So I'm definitely going to start toning down because the muscle weight that I had on me was too much on my knees and my back. So I was like, yeah, I got to scale back. You know what I mean? I tried it, didn't like it. I was like, yeah, let me just kind of go down. So I'm going to start looking thin. I'm okay. I'm not sick. It's just a simple fact that I'm going to get more tone. I'm just, you know, toning that all down.
Good for you.
Yeah,
that's great, Lael. That's awesome.
I'm
building.
Diet.
You're shredding.
Yeah,
Sweet.
I'm shredding. I have to, man, because it's just,
I'm
you know,
bulking with beer.
Definitely, man. So glad to have you guys here. Rich, what's going on, man? How was your weekend? How was your week so far? We're almost rounding out the week. How are you doing, man?
You know what? I almost left my job at the beginning of this week because I was so fucked off, honestly. Sorry, dead straight. I was so annoyed. So basically, I'm in charge of recruitment of this big engineering company.
Yeah.
And I work for this, and I was like, oh my God, it's stressing me out. I'm getting really stressed out. I don't like it, blah, 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 blah. What a difference a few days made. Honest to God. Turned it around, changed a couple of things here and there. My God, I'm all in. So it's amazing. So I'm really, really happy that it's gone so well. It's great because it's my birthday on Monday, and I was like coming up, and I was worried. I was worried that it was like going to be like something I have to start looking again. So, but honest to God, I'm loving it again. Everything's good. So I'm a happy man. Lola's great. Wife's great. All's brilliant, man. So
That's
a bit too much information for everybody out there, but it's just I just thought it was nice just to share that bit of positivity. It was something I saw, a little thing for everybody out there, was one more day. One more day, just go one more day, just go one more day, go one more day. Move. That's all you got to do is focus on that one thing, first thing in front of you, rather than what if in 6 months' time this happens? What if in 12 months' time that happens? One more day. And that's how I looked at it. And honest to God, it's transformed it this week. So I'm so happy. You can probably tell I'm happy about it.
That's amazing, Rich.
Also, thank you. And also the DeLorean was released as well. So I'm extra happy as well. And I'm very happy. So yeah.
So you're getting it?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Where are you going to put it?
Oh, fuck knows.
You'll find
it. I'll life finds a way. Yeah, I actually sacrificed a couple of hot toys to get it because I was like, I was like, I want this more than I want 2 or 3 hot toys. So I was like, I'm just gonna do that, and I'm so glad I've done it. So it looks amazing. I'm really happy. So. Long story long. I'm all good, thanks, man.
Good, bro. Well, I mean that's a good thing, man. I'm glad that you're
Appreciate
fine.
Thanks,
you know, and everything is good. Like I said, it's a restructure. I was telling Toya, this is a year for restructure. You know, where moving forward, it's moving through a year without stress. So that's where I'm at right now. And so far, so good. I've been moving through this year so far without stress, limiting certain things, cutting that negative energy out of my space and just moving forward. Yeah, and I mean that's
it's something I guess we'll talk about next week in the mental health one that we'll talk about.
Can't wait for that.
I think cutting out those elements. I've had friendships where I've cut short for a very long time in my life because of they don't bring the energy that I need.
Yeah.
or that they just bring me down. It's just no good. So no, it's definitely the right thing to do, man.
Yeah,
You know what
definitely.
you know what the saying is? You surround yourself with people who you want to be,
Like that.
right?
That's nice. Yeah,
Bingo.
that's great. I
Bingo.
really like that.
Facts.
Yeah.
100%. 100% facts. You surround yourself around people that
And you
inspire.
are the person. You
Yeah.
are what you surround yourself with.
Exactly. I was talking,
That's
you know what?
it's
It's crazy because I was
short
talking to Toya about that today. Because she sent me
really?
something and we were talking, we had that conversation about it. And I told her, so like, what type of friends, what is the definition of a friend in your life? And if you're looking for that type of chemistry, then sometimes you have to cut ties and formulate new friendships and people that are like-minded. Like you really have to. Because like I said, I mean, sometimes, like I said, around a reason for a season, friends are around, they come and go. You know what I mean? But you'll find the ones that will last forever if, in fact, they are aligned with your ideas, with your philosophy. You know what I mean? So that's something I fairly believe in, bro. But
I like that, man. That's good.
definitely,
I like that.
definitely.
It's effort
Les.
as well. Make the
Yeah.
effort.
Yeah, definitely,
You know?
definitely. Les,
People who
how
don't
is
make
your?
the effort for you?
Yeah, you don't let it go. Let it go.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Slide it off.
Yeah,
Just shrug it off.
you've been making the effort on your tan. It looks ever so good.
Mate,
You can tell it's lovely there.
I went through an entire bottle of coconut sun oil over Christmas.
Jesus.
Yo.
And my boyfriend had no idea. He slaps on the sunscreen, right? Because it gets really hot over here, and he's getting no tan, and I'm getting heaps. And he's like, "What's going on?" Like,
So he had no
What are you
ideas. He was like
doing?
slapping it all on. So you didn't want to even trade secrets with him. You just gonna do it on your side. That's so deep.
Yeah,
I
putting
was like,
olive oil on
"Watch
yourself.
this."
Yeah, it's like you
I was
don't
like, "Watch this."
you don't want to trade secrets and let him know what's going down.
Bless
Come
him.
on.
Well,
Typical,
it's,
man.
in summer, it's expensive stuff. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta grab them on a sale. And at the time, I didn't. So I was like,
You
well,
gotta
do
get
I
'em when you
guard
can,
my
right?
secret? Do I share it? I'm sharing it with him now, of course.
Cooking oil, covering cooking oil, will be all right.
You sharing it with him now, so that's what's most important, definitely. Les, anyway, how was your weekend, your week been so far?
It's been great. It's been really great. I went back to work on site for the first time in 3 weeks yesterday. That was really productive. I will admit working from home is a huge distraction because of the dogs and
Yes.
and things like that. You know, I can't leave them alone a lot of the time, and then if I'm in a creative mood, I've got to sit at my desk and work. And meanwhile, I'm having a fight in my head when I want to actually do something else. So it's really hard. When you go to work, when you go to site, it's good to compartmentalize those things and you can prioritize. So I usually find it easier being on site. But, otherwise it's great. We've had awesome weather. I'm babysitting my brother-in-law's cat, and she's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She fell asleep on my hand last night. That was nice.
Yes.
But as a result, I couldn't leave.
Yeah.
But no, everything's positive. Everything's great. Doing more art, which I'm loving, and more
Yes.
music. I'm recording another cover as well, so I'm looking forward to putting that out there for you guys.
you are.
But
Hey.
I'm
hey.
cheering. I'm
Yeah.
cheering.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
and I've lost 4 kilos.
there you go. See?
Jesus.
Yeah.
There
Wow.
you go. That's I'm telling you, everybody's in that phase right now to kind of fine tune, switch up, and do things that are different. Les, so
Yes.
I was telling Rich, me and Toya was sitting down. I was like, look, it's killing me because there's somebody that Les looks like, and I just can't figure it out. So as long as time I was going, it was just passing for a while. And finally, it was like smack dead in my face. The movie came on. I looked at her and I was like, that's who it is. That's exactly who it is.
Really?
Yes, that's exactly who it is. And I was just wondering. And I think I found it. Rich
Yeah.
agreed, but I think I found who your doppelganger is. You ready? You ready?
All right. I'm ready.
Did you see it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you see it? Did you see it?
Spot on.
Do you see it, Les? Do you see it a
yes.
little?
It's funny because when I worked at the airport and I had to wear quite a bit of makeup and my hair was blonde back then, and every time I'd order a salad from the same place I'd go to, they would call me Catherine instead of Leslie. No joke. And someone said they thought they saw Catherine from behind
Yeah,
and from
yeah,
the
yeah.
side, and then they came up to me and they saw that I was just working there and they were a bit
See?
cut.
That's
So
funny.
good.
I could not put my finger on it, but I was like, finally, I figured it out. This is who she looks like, and I'm going to tell her. This is exactly who she looks like. This
It's
is your
very
doppelganger.
complimentary, Lael. Thank
good.
you. That's
It's
a
true.
huge compliment. She's
That is your
gorgeous.
doppelganger. That is your
Thank
doppelganger.
you.
She was on one of
Thank
my
you, I
one of
appreciate
the I watched her on so it was one of the movies 27 Dresses.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, that movie came on and it was like, yo, that was crazy. It was like good timing because that's exactly who she looks like.
Oh,
Yep.
thank you. Do you know who else I've got? I've had Kate Winslet and Charlie. Rich
see
looks
this?
like Val
This looks like
Kilmer.
Val
Yeah,
Kilmer. Yeah,
Jack Black.
Jack Black somehow. Oh my god!
How?
I'll stick with Val Kilmer. I love that.
That's hilarious.
That's amazing.
Who was that?
Wow.
Who wrote that? Oh, King Black Bolt.
King Black Box, yeah. Black Bolt, yeah. Wow.
That's
I think I
hilarious.
should trim my beard in that case. That's amazing. Oh wow!
No,
Thank
it
you.
just makes me smile. Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
that's nice.
Oh, that was
Thank
sweet,
you for
man.
the
That was
scale
amazing.
collector. That's
See,
very
people out
kind
there
of you.
really love your
That's so
energy. That's
funny.
what it's all about.
So
They
funny.
love your
Thank
energy.
you.
They embrace
Thank
it.
you,
So
guys.
you know
Well,
what I mean?
guys, tell me this because I've had this since I was about 12. Some people say that I look like Kate Winslet and Charlize Theron. I don't see it.
Charlize a little bit, yeah.
Charlize,
Yeah.
Charlize, yes.
Yeah.
Charlize, I definitely see.
Winslet,
Kate,
maybe not so much.
Especially when I'm blonde. as well.
Charlize, I do see. Charlize, I can definitely see that a bit. There
Yeah.
are certain,
Oh,
yeah.
Someone often tells me that like one of the most beautiful women in the world.
God, no.
Right,
That's not how I'm saying it.
right.
But she is
Right.
she is gorgeous.
Yeah,
And she's South
okay.
African too. So soul
Yeah,
sisters.
she's South African too.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely South
Well, it's
African.
not taken out of yet.
She's South African, proud of it. You know, she's definitely,
And she can speak Afrikaans so well.
mhm,
Can't she?
mhm. Yeah, she
nail
can.
it. She should have been a blood diamond.
Should have been able to
Yeah,
dance.
I'm interested to see basically how they're going to push her forth in the MCU. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I definitely want to see how that's going to play itself out. So I
Yeah.
don't know. Hopefully we'll see
That was
more
the
of it. I think we
moment.
will, but I think it's going to be done well. I'm anxious to see it. But let me address the chat real quick. We got everybody here. We got Ash Chase in here. Thank you for being here, bro. Siskel Collector, thank you for being here, man. King Black Bolt, thank you for being here. We got Thule reviews. Rich is out there. We got, let me see who else we got in the building. Empire Strikes Again. Thank you so much for being here, man. As always, he said, happy birthday, Rich, fellow Capricorn, all day.
very
There you
much.
go. We got now, is that Micheline O'Rourke Johansson? I
Good
think.
name.
I looked at the last name and it scared the hell out of me because I am such a fan of Scarlett Johansson, and I just saw the last name. I was like, "Yo, could that be?" No, didn't work. But let me see. We got Xander in the building. Who else we got? Jake is in the building as always. Larry Walker, and yes, we'll have a few more people that are actually going to skirt through in here. So definitely, thank you guys for being here. So let me ask you off the top because I forgot. Now, this is one thing I forgot to mention that I wanted to talk about before we get into anything. Did you guys see the Golden Globes?
Yes.
Yes, some. Some. I
I'm very
certainly
happy
saw.
for Austin Butler. I'm really happy.
Yeah,
for that.
Austin
That
Butler.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Great speech as well. Great speech. Lisa Marie Presley is currently in hospital. She's just had a massive cardiac arrest, by the way.
Oh.
Literally just happened. So Elvis's daughter's just got.
Oh.
Yeah, I've literally just got my wife just sent me a message about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hope she
What
definitely gets
from?
better.
Do they know
man.
what the cause was? Was it?
No. I think she had issues previously with drugs and stuff. So,
Oh, shame.
but yeah, so I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
yeah,
awful.
but yeah, I saw that. I'm obviously really pleased for Angela Bassett. I still need to
Yes.
see
Yeah.
the Banshees of Nimbuscare.
Been a Sharon.
Yeah, that's it. I need to see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
You
yeah,
really enjoyed that, didn't you?
I loved it. I loved the entire film. Like I loved it. It was because the thing is, it's supposed to be. It was written as it's like a sort of like a dramatic comedy in a sense, but I think the drama is there, and it is like literally like kind of heartbreaking because it's like when someone just doesn't want to be your friend without telling you why.
Right.
You know what I mean? But there was a lot of layers to it.
Yeah.
Once you go deep in, but it's definitely a good movie to watch, and the performances. were incredible across the board and rightfully deserved of accolades. I definitely
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah, well, it's the same writer and director as in Bruges as well, isn't it?
Mhm.
So yeah, I really want to see that. But yeah, I'm really pleased for Angela Bassett. She's the first. Oh no, is she the first?
She's the first actress to win a major award.
Yeah,
You know, for a Marvel. You know what I mean? A lead major award for Marvel. Not the first actor to win in a comic book film, but the first for a Marvel film.
Yeah, which
So
is amazing.
she made history for them. So yeah, definitely.
Amazing. I'm surprised that
Around.
RDJ never won anything. You know, because effortless.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I felt as though he should have got at least nominated for Endgame because his performance in Endgame was incredible.
I thought he was amazing in Endgame and in Civil War. In Civil War, he's just got so much weight behind it. Is just amazing. Yeah, just amazing.
Yeah, definitely a lot of weight behind it, and you know, can definitely see him coming through. I mean, he. Again, you know, I think he's gonna get his. He's definitely gonna get his because he's definitely like.
I think he got an Oscar for Charlie Chaplin, didn't he? Already got.
Yeah. Well, I think he got nom.
I think he did, didn't he?
I think he did. I think he might have. I'm not sure.
I think he got nominated or he won an Oscar for Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah. So I don't know. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see.
Best actor.
Yeah.
He got best actor. Yeah, I was right.
Yeah. So there you go. There you go. Definitely. So you know,
it's just a shame that there's still so much stigma tied to Marvel films and receiving awards and being nominated for awards because people kind of see them as junk food films. But the people in them, a lot of them can act and they do an insanely good job. And it's just a shame that a lot of all that genuine talent is snubbed. Time again.
I think there's a level of snobbery behind those Oscars, and they have to be all about the acting and everything like that. But I think some of the strongest actors of the last 15 years have been in an MCU film. So, and some of the quality of acting has been amazing as well. So, I think it's only the beginning. I'm surprised Logan didn't get a lot, but that's just my opinion as well.
And I think it's because it's also when you don't have the support of I want to say the Academy, but I want to say basically when you don't have the support of people in the industry where you're constantly hearing directors bash Marvel films, you're hearing some actors bash Marvel films, and it's like, literally, you know, Marvel films have been responsible for almost like literally within the last couple of years, a high percentage, almost 70 to 80% of the film industry and keeping it afloat, you know what I mean? Because a lot of films out there are blockbuster, you know what I mean? So
I have a thought about that whole directors saying things. They're asked a million questions to promote their film.
Yeah.
The moment that they're asked a question by a journalist, and bearing in mind that journalist has to ask us something to separate themselves from all the other journalists, they ask him a Marvel or a DC or a comic book or superhero question to get the clicks, to get the reactions, to stuff like that. A lot of these directors say how they feel. They're not saying this is shit. Not one of them said they're shite. Just one of them said they're not for me, or they've said, oh, it's popcorn or whatever, it's not cinema. People have been saying stuff like that, but those are sometimes 17, 80-year-old men saying these things. So if someone asked my dad that question, it'd be like, it's just all right. No one would care, but it's just because it's that generation of directors. So I think there's a reason why they're not necessarily going out and saying I'm boycotting Marvel or anything like that. I think they're just literally being asked a question by a journalist and then they're responding.
They're responded to it. I mean, but I can only also see that some of them there is a bit of jealousy because, you know, films, original content, you know, and the thing is there's original content out there. And I think that within the film industry right now, one of the biggest things is that we're seeing so many remakes, so many retakes on films that have already basically been done. But lately we're starting to see a rise in some original content, some original films that are, you know, kind of taking a front seat and, you know, really starting to shine. And I think that's what they need to see more of. But there's an even balance between both, a level of entertainment when it comes to fiction, fantasy, Marvel films, and just some serious tones or films that are original. You know what I mean? They want to see like an even balance in between. But I just think that, again, it's one of those situations where there is like a slight hint of jealousy in some, but at the same time, you're right. When you're asked multiple questions constantly, sometimes it can be one of those situations where you're like, come on, like I'm really over it, So I
Your
do get that.
your focus of your camera keeps going in.
Yeah, I know it keeps going in and
Yeah.
out. It's
Yeah.
stupid. Like I changed it the other day on doing Mafia show, so
Mm.
it'll come in and come out every now and then. Like it'll pop back in once it
There you
kind of
go.
finds me. Yeah, once
There you
it
go.
once it finds me a bit, it'll do whatever. So just keep
Don't worry.
going. Anyway,
Deprive the audience from the eye candy.
yeah, right. Yeah, right. There's no eye candy this way. This is an old man in a black shirt. So anyway, let's see here. So I wanted to get to this first one real quick because, like I said, this has basically been one of the things that have been in the rumor mill right now, and that's Adam Driver possibly coming on board. And now there's a rumor that, well, there was a confirmation that he did meet with Marvel Studios, so he did basically meet with them for a future project, and I think it was surrounded around the Fantastic Four. Now, here's my question. Considering the simple fact that we've already seen him in a villainous role in fantasy, which was Kylo Ren, of course, we all know that. I think he was one of the best parts of those films.
Mhm.
Do you think that he would want to portray a villainous role again? And do you think that you would more so lean towards seeing him play a Mr. Fantastic or a Doctor Doom?
I'd love to see him as a Doctor Doom, but I don't think he would do it because he'd be covering his face up again and acting as a villainous role, as you said. I think he would be a great Mr. Fantastic. Obviously, there was the John Krasinski, a big fan cast, and obviously he was in Multiverse of Madness. But I think someone like Adam Driver, the level of acting, he has A-grade acting ability, and he would bring something really amazing to this. I think it'd be great. I think Mr. Fantastic doesn't really translate sometimes very well on film. It looks a bit ridiculous. Obviously, it looks fine in the comics and stuff, but just still there, stretchy element to it. It just looks, you can't really take it very seriously. So I think they have to get the tone right. If they got someone like Adam Driver in this, I think he could, the level of gravitas and clout behind it, I think it could definitely work. I think he could play most parts, to be honest, man. He's an amazing
He's just
actor.
that good.
He's so good. He's so good. Ex-Marine, amazing guy, does so much for charity. Fantastic actor. And yeah, I think I've got nothing but respect for the guy. I think he's brilliant. So it'd be amazing to see him in the MCU.
Yeah, definitely. He's such a brilliant, actor. He has brilliant range, and the stuff that he does off camera is important and really great as well. The thing is, it's like I know that there's been that push for John Krasinski to play the role. Everybody is wanting him to play that role, but I wouldn't be mad. I would not be mad because Adam Driver is such a good actor. He's built for it.
Mm-hmm.
He has a nice physique to play the role, and I think that he could possibly pull it off. Les, what do you think about that?
Yeah, look, I really do praise Adam Driver for his versatility as an actor. Geez, I mean, he can do a lot, and he's so capable of doing so much. And I was actually wondering when he would be introduced in the MCU on a larger scale. Definitely. And I don't want to knock him before I've even seen him do it.
Yeah.
I think it all depends on whether he has the look and I guess that's the first thing people usually go for. But at the end of the day, he's got, like you said, the physique. He's tall. I just saw King Black Bolt's comment, "Doom because those ears, man." So he does have a set of ears on him, bless him.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know. I'm really not against it. I'm actually really keen to see if it happens. I really wouldn't mind it. I'm not against it at all.
Yeah, just to see if he would actually, or he could pull it off. I mean, I think that with his range, Now I can't unsee that. But I think that with his range, I think he could. I think he has the capability of pulling it off. But I definitely wouldn't mind seeing him as Doom. I definitely think he can play Doom. I think literally. I think that he. Now here's the thing. I've always like I was talking to my boy Vinny, and we agreed that one of the the person that we would love to see play Doom if he could, Javier Bardem. He could. Oh my God, I would love to see him play Doom.
Yeah.
I probably know he wouldn't, but I mean, yeah, I wouldn't definitely wouldn't be dismissive of him actually playing a Mr. Fantastic or Doom if he could. And a lot of people still want John Krasinski, but I don't know. We just have to basically see. But this is mainly the rumor mill, but we don't know. You know what I mean? You don't know because, and I think here's the thing. I think that Kevin Feige and Marvel, they need to say something soon because the thing is, there's been years of speculating of, the Fantastic Four, when it was going to come, who's going to portray. They have to say something soon before it just dries up and people just don't really care because the level of relevance for this film is already there and people are anticipating it. They want it now, but say something. You know what I mean? Like really, really say something. Like we know we have a director now. We know it's on the horizon and trajectory. You don't have to wait to the next Comic-Con to announce who the cast is going to be. I think they should do it.
I think with anything they have to have. I think they need to get Ant-Man out of the way first. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff, ramifications from that. And I think when they announce stuff, they're doing it right by announcing it, not in a press release, but in a big fan event. I think that's where they get the most further from it. And I think it's wise. I think what Marvel have always done is get the casting spot on.
Yeah,
definitely.
I believe in whatever they decide, no matter how they look.
They're going to kill
whatever any if they're tiny, if they're too tall, if they're whatever, it doesn't matter. They always get it absolutely spot on. So I have faith in Marvel to go and cast the right people for the right job. Definitely.
Agreed. We got the debonair Hugh Grant of the collecting community in the building. We got my man Alan from Six Scale Gallery. He is in the building.
Oh, Alan got notification today that his Joker is going to be sent today.
Oh,
His
Joker is 2 packs.
Who did he get it from? From who?
Kit. He got it from Kit.
Oh, he got it from Kit.
Yeah.
very nice.
Yes.
A lot of people are getting that notification, and I still haven't gotten a single notification yet.
Me neither.
Oh, Leo.
Like literally, I haven't, and I know a couple of people that have, and I'm just like, you know what?
Yeah.
In due time, I'm just going to sit back and be patient. What is it is. But
I inundated the people I got mine from and said, "Hey, where's my 2-pack sculpted?" And they went, March, and I went, all right, fine. So this is about as far as I got.
I think did we get it from the same place?
Yeah, we did.
That's what they're saying, March. So I don't know. We'll see. Six Scale Gallery. You make me blush, Leo. Yo, Al is my guy. But man, like definitely. And I think, hey, Rich, I think Al is gonna actually be on Collectors Lounge on Sunday. So
that'd be awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. We were chatting today actually, so it'd be good to see him.
Yeah, definitely be good to see Al again, man. He's such a talented photographer, and literally, I'm so jealous of his collection, but of how he does it. Like he just, I don't know, he just puts so much effort in. And to him, it might be effortless, but to me, it's just like, damn, that's a lot of effort. That looks incredible. But so next up, I mean, again, wanted to talk about another thing that we know that this has actually something that we've seen. We got a chance to see on Monday night during the football game. Something that, pretty much a lot of people I know were anticipating and got a chance to see for the first time. And I want to get your thoughts on it because there's a lot that goes into this. Now that we got a chance to see the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania trailer, the debut of the actual, I think it's the second trailer, the main trailer. Second trailer that we got a chance to actually see. And I have to say, on the scale, it looked gorgeous. It looked amazing. Like literally now we sort of know where this film is going. We sort of have an idea of what it's about. And I think I'm just afraid that in the end of this film, it's going to be heartbreaking. Like literally.
Told you. Where'd I tell you?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's going to be Scott Lang. No, I think it's going to be somebody else.
A version of Scott might die. Shall I
It
just say
might be
that?
it could be. It could definitely be. But it looks like it's. But other than that, it looked amazing. We got a chance to see MODOK. We got a chance to see the
Darren Cross.
ruthlessness. Exactly.
Darren Cross, it's all messed up, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. He is. And we got a chance to basically see, Kang and all his ruthlessness. Definitely. And somebody had pointed out, like, they was like, you know what, for a film to be named Ant-Man and the Wasp, we hardly got to see any of the Wasp in this trailer. You know what I mean?
It's that terrible
Yes.
haircut. She's not allowed to be on. It's terrible.
The pixie cut. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Looks terrible on her. Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, I definitely can't wait for this film. What were your thoughts on the trailer?
Look, I'm really looking forward to it, and I love the Fifes. I love Michelle Pfeiffer, and I'm so glad
Yeah.
that they've brought her in for this installment. And
Yeah.
I really love that I don't know if it'll be multiverse of madness kind of crazy, but the world that they're showing us looks insane. I mean, obviously lots of CGI, so that's going to be interesting to watch. But wow, I'm really keen to see where they go with the plot, with the structure of it, if it carries forward, and again, if I'm going to be crying at the end. So yeah, but I'll be getting advanced screening tickets for sure. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's there's a level of excitement that's extremely there. For this film, and it's one of those situations where when you watch it, you're watching this trailer, it's just like, yo, the impact, even like in the end of the trailer, it's just like, yo, this is serious. Like, it definitely is serious. It's definitely going to get deep. And we know that a lot of it dealing with his daughter Cassie, with his motive. So it's like we get a chance to see his motivation now. We know Scott Lang's motivation in his film. We know basically he's just trying to get back time, time that he lost, with his daughter. I'm wondering, because they never really showed the mom. We haven't seen the mom since like Ant-Man 2.
No.
So I'm wondering if she actually survived the whole blip, or if they're just going to just kind of like just divert from answering that question. So I don't know.
Yeah, we need some more answers there.
I think I mean, obviously this is the third different actress to play Cassie.
Yeah,
I thought the actress that played her in Endgame was a fantastic actress, and I think she would have been amazing with this. I'm not sure. I'm assuming scheduling, or this girl's more popular, or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, she's going to be Stinger. In the film, as you can see from the costume there, it's
so she's not going to be Stature. They're not going to make her Stature yet.
No, she's Stature in the comics, but I think they're going to go down the road of Stinger instead. She's gonna, so it's apparently been developing this technology a little bit during the blip time, because she thought that Scott was which is obviously where he was, in that realm. I'm surprised Scott didn't encounter Kang at the time as well. That was I thought that was quite interesting. Obviously Janet knows him. So there's the trailer looks fantastic. I'm trying to stay away from as much as I can from things, because there's some stuff that has leaked, and there's some 10 Rings stuff that's been tied to it, and those things that are spinning round, those are matched with Ms. Marvel's bands and the 10 Rings, and they're obviously massive versions of them. So are they connected to the time chair that Kang needs? There's a lot of stuff there that's going to kick off massively. I love this trailer. I really enjoyed the first trailer, but this one's giving it so much. Yeah, I mean, it looks brutal. I mean, their fight looks amazing. I'm hopeful that they have not shown too much of the third act, because that bit where it's like, I don't have to win, we just both have to lose. I think that seems like a last action scene line. But it looks fantastic. I'm really, really hyped by it, and it looks Kang's just a badass. I mean, Jonathan Majors, anyway, he's a fantastic actor. Got a lot of time for him. He's obviously in Creed 3 this year, and he looks an absolute beast. So he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. This version of Kang is the Conqueror, and we're going to see many other versions. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and again, like you said, you know, we get a chance. We do see that there's different versions of himself, you know, in this film. Multiversal versions that, you know, he's already talked about, you know, he's killed, you know what I mean? And we see that, you know, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see, you know, what they do with it. This scene though, this right here, I'm gonna pull this up, like Kang, like this
with the helmet breaking.
One particular scene, man, like I was like, yo, he is a beast and a force to be reckoned with. You know, when we get a chance to see it on film and on camera, I think it's going to be simply amazing how it comes across. But
rewarding as well, like a really rewarding hit.
That looks amazing, that bit.
That scene looks phenomenal, and we get a chance to just to see the rage in this character. So I don't know, I can't wait to see it. I mean, you know, again, you know, I think him, you know, making him Kang was definitely a smart decision.
Genius move.
It was a genius move for what you know he brings, you know, to it. I see you, Toya. My lady Toya is in the building. Thank you for being there, baby.
Hey, Queen.
Yeah, but I think definitely, like, I mean, this thing is going to be an amazing film. We got so many things coming up, so many movies that are actually coming up. So it's just, you know, to have this finally, another film, which is next month, right around the corner, it's going to be incredible. So definitely getting excited about it. So it wouldn't be a show, or it wouldn't be entertainment if we didn't talk about this constant back and forth issue with Ezra Miller. And we talked about this last week. Les, you weren't here, but I want to get Les, you were here, right?
That was here. Rich wasn't.
Rich wasn't here. So Rich, I want to get your thoughts on this, because again, we're talking about, it's back and forth. It's kind of confusing. I want to get your thoughts on this, because I know that with this guy's troubles, there's also been rumor that the DCU might be keeping him around. The DC Studios might be keeping him around, possibly to play Flash.
Okay, I watched on the replay the next day because it was my wife's birthday time, so I wasn't on. I had thoughts on your conversation that you were having last week. They are not going to say before the film comes out that he's not going to play the Flash afterwards. Yeah. They're not going to do that. Like they're saying that they have not done with Zachary Levi and Shazam. If they tell them after this film, they're not going to do it anymore, people aren't going to go out as much as probably they would do. It's more than likely he's not going to. They are not going to come back. Sorry, I have to use the right pronouns for Ezra. Ezra's not going to come back as that because of their problems and the things that they've done. This thing about the burglary thing and the admitting guilt, that's just a misdemeanor, really. It's not really anything in particular. The problem is the other things that they have done, and they have made an absolute dog's breakfast of their career over the last few years. Blaming mental illness, that person might have mental illness, but they should not be allowed to do the things that they have done. Yeah. And there's some real deep, dark shit that person has done and should not be allowed to have a career. If those things are true, most people would not be able to get away with those things. And I don't know why this person has in their career. Most people have been cancelled far less. And I personally think this person is a good actor, just an absolute nut job, and the person's obviously having substance abuse or mental illness or whatever, but
Yeah.
this should not be allowed to happen in the first place.
Yeah.
Should not be allowed to give oxygen and let that person do the things that they have allegedly done, including, not to be too heavy on everybody, sorry to bring down your Thursday night, but grooming a young girl, creating a cult, being armed to the teeth, and allegedly kidnapping people, and stuff like that, and a lot of abuse, and obviously hurting women, and all this kind of stuff should not be allowed to be. This person should not be playing a superhero. The problem is they've invested 250 million on this film. They can't not bring this film out. They have to,
and they can't afford.
By all accounts, it's an amazing film and a brilliant performance. Ezra Miller is playing two different Flashes. Yeah. So you can't recast and refilm and all this kind of stuff. It's not a Kevin Spacey replacement for a couple of scenes. This person is the head of this film and playing two different parts. I think this will be the last time we see of this person for a very long time, until they've gone through. Thank you. Through some serious rehabilitation, and I don't think a slap on the wrist for breaking into someone's house is the right. Yeah, it is. So the redemptive story that they need to have right now.
So you're in a space where it's like, again, they can't. And it makes sense. They can't really say, "Oh yeah, we're getting rid of him now," because again, you know, that is zero confidence for a lot of people in this film. You know what I mean? So, I think a lot of it, it does make sense that they kind of temper that discussion until the film is released until afterwards. So, but it's just like, when you think about it, him pleading guilty lately, unless I know you can speak on this, him pleading guilty, you know, to a lesser charge, being, you know, I think they said like a year or 5-year probational period or something. It was
an 8-month suspended sentence. And this was only he was only brought in for those 3 burglary charges. It wasn't for the other things. It
everything
wasn't
else.
For everything else that's going to come their way. So I will. I'll let you talk now, Les. Sorry, I just had to say that and get that out there.
No, nah.
Please, I'm so happy you did. I agree with everything you said.
No. That's definitely is, because the reason why I say that is because, again, it's strange to me, really strange that enough negative press is surrounding this individual, and they know it. They know what they've caused, but and I think the only person, and this is where it's crazy, like a person such as, you know, I keep forgetting his name. Head up, he's the CFO of he's a half CEO of Marvel Studios. What's his name? James Gunn. James Gunn. So knowing that he's had a checker pass himself, I'm guessing that he also understands.
It's different. I'm sorry, but
that's what I'm saying. It's totally different.
That's something that he put on in bad humor. On Twitter. This is real life. What Ezra Miller has done, have done, is awful.
It's terrible.
Should have been arrested a long time ago.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, that's where it's strange, is that this dude, they have gone to this length, causing so many problems publicly, and in most cases didn't care at all. Public footage of this individual putting their hands on a woman.
Choking her and threw it to the ground and everything. I don't care where you are, like initially, where you are, you know, if binary, however you choose, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, physically, right now, you are a man putting your hands on a woman. That's the problem that I basically have. And because of that, right? Because of everything that he's basically done, yet you have people who don't have blemishes such as Henry Cavill. You have people such as,
Gal Gadot, that don't have these issues, that
Exactly.
seemingly have been cast out. I don't understand. And the thing is, what is the excuse? Les, what do you think about that?
I have absolutely no idea why they are going above and beyond to protect this guy. Why are they protecting him? And why did they give him a bit of an escape from his sentencing? Like, why didn't they try him for everything and come to the conclusion of just locking him up? Because he did some messed up stuff. He really did some messed up stuff.
He wasn't tried for those things. He wasn't arrested for those things at that point. Legally, you can't do that. It's this for these 3 offenses. That's what he was in the docks for. So those 3 things was breaking into a house that no one was in. I think it was vandalism, and there was something else. So they're separate from everything else that they've done. So that's the reason why they didn't throw the book at them. Sorry,
Are
just
they
legally.
are they going to throw the
Yeah,
book at
eventually,
him after the
later.
fact? Okay.
They have to then put them in the docks in court for that particular offense.
Yeah.
You can't.
So this was only just
black
one
it.
particular offense that they were going after, which was the lesser of all, which was the burglary charge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not the, in a sense, I want to say coerced of a, underaged, teenager at that point, an underage person. And on top of that, the physical harm that you've caused on someone else. You know what I mean? It's really, and the simple fact that you were staying with people who, number one, I hope this teaches people a lesson. You don't just let anybody, I don't care how famous they are, you don't just let them stay in your home. Like you don't let them stay in their home just, clearly off of clout. You don't do that. You know what I mean? You definitely don't do that. And now they know what it feels like. Now they know where it is. You know what I mean? But this is what the direction that they're taking right now, it's just like a slap on the hand is not enough, bro. It's not I'm
enough.
sorry. It is not enough. A smack on the hand is not enough, because had it been someone else that was lesser, they would have probably, this right here, again, I don't know what they're going to actually do going forward. And if this is just mainly for the sake of this movie, it is what it is. But if he's still, literally, I'm telling you, and this is what I feel, if he is still in the MCU, I'm not the MCU, the DC studio, if he's still the DC part of the DCU after this film, I will never watch another DC film again, period. And I'm just being completely honest. I won't support that. I'm just being, as much as I'll stick in the comics, but as far as the films, I'm done, because that to me is horrendous,
It's
man.
rewarding bad behavior.
Yeah, you're
is what
rewarding
it's
bad
doing.
behavior. Like, you're
And
letting somebody. I don't get
I
that.
hate seeing people who behave the way he does and does what he wants in spite of his issues, and not face the consequences, and just be handed the silver platter of success when he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
And
just-
then look what happened to Kevin Spacey. I mean, look, that was a buildup of stuff, but this guy, he's done some pretty bad shit. And Kevin Spacey was
did not
ostracized from
care.
Hollywood.
He did
They
this
didn't
and did not care at all. He made references and even was taunting the police when they were searching for him. He was putting messages up, cryptic messages, letting them know that you'll never find me. And they didn't.
Exactly.
He turned himself in. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, that type of behavior to me is really, really suspect. And any studio base, and I'm sorry, like, you are literally painting a target on your back. If you don't have enough shit that you're going through as a studio, and then you want to do something like that, in my head just now, it was crazy. In my head, I was playing back the scene in Dark Knight when Joker was in the cell and Commissioner Gordon was talking to him, and then he stepped out and Batman was behind him. I replaced them two with Ezra Miller and Rich behind.
Oh, well. Yep.
In my head, bro.
Backup routine.
I just replaced it real quick. I did. I replaced it real quick. I was like, yo, I could just see that scene right now.
Why do you
Oh
want to
my
kill
God.
me? Kill you. I need you.
Oh man, I'm just saying, like,
I
Like
need you.
Garbage.
like, like you're right, though. Les, like, bad behavior should not be rewarded. And I have, and the
shouldn't.
thing is, when I think about that, I'm thinking about the simple fact that I have 2 daughters of my own.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, if somebody would ever put their hands on my man, I don't want to say it on here because I don't want to promote violence, but you know the deal. Like, I
Yeah.
don't play that. And I don't play that for any woman that should actually have to go through any type of abuse, whether it be physical, mental, any of that. None of it. You know what I mean? Verbal, none of it. Any type of, I don't care. There should be a certain level of respect, and he should know that. You know what I mean? Not saying, and look, he's a great actor. I'm not saying that he's not a good actor, because he is. He showed range. But come on, man. Yeah, come on.
I think everyone who hasn't read the article in the Hollywood Reporter from a few months ago, with regards to what that person has done, Ezra has done, I think it's worth your time, and you can really fully see the extent of the breakdown and everything else like that. Like you said, I have a daughter of my own, and God help anybody. So,
yeah, that's the way I feel.
100%.
That's how it is. But on the flip
Absolutely.
side, this is what I want to say. If they are completely sincere about getting the help that they need, and it's not just for a film or because you stand to really tarnish your career, because I think that originally it was his mom was the one who got him to brought him in. His mom was the one who convinced. The thing is, as a person, they themselves should have enough common sense to really think about the harm you've caused other people. Plain and simple. That would eat at me. That would really eat at me. That level of guilt would really eat after me. He said, "Hi all, just stop in to remind Leo to take his arthritis meds. Enjoy the stream." Punk ass. But definitely, like, this is what, again, Ezra is a coward, plain and simple. No man under any circumstances should strike a woman. You damn right. You damn right, Peter Parker. You are damn right. I don't play that. I really don't.
If DC keep Ezra, but they've shafted pretty much everyone else who people actually loved, their priorities are really askew. I really have to ask the question what their motivations are, what their motives are, their reasons. Like, and I can't see another DC film and support them financially. I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's completely
can't-
unjustified if they keep someone like this.
Yeah.
They can't reboot the whole universe and just keep one cockroach, and that cockroach is
And it's
Ezra
not going to
Miller.
make sense.
It doesn't make any sense unless that person goes through Flashpoint, which is what the film is going to be, and then suddenly they arrive in this other universe where all these other people have been recast, and that's the only Flash. That would story-wise make sense.
Or stick him in the Speed Force. Remember, Barry Allen in the books was presumed dead because he was stuck in the Speed Force. But I mean, again, I'm hoping, and here's the thing, because I don't wish bad on anybody.
No,
but I'm just saying that I hope that DC makes the right decision at the end of the day. I hope that both James Gunn and Safran actually sit down and say, you know what? Because this will cause a backlash. We can't go through with this, and just end it at that film. Bring someone else in, and just do what needs to be done. You got Michael Keaton in there. Focus on him. You know what I mean? Just focus on that. Again, I just think that it's, without saying too much, just think I'm just over it.
There's a very huge temptation on my part to not see it in cinemas and just watch it on a streaming service.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to punish the other actors in
Exactly.
the film for Ezra's actions.
Yeah,
That's
it's all
the
the
problem.
hundreds
So hard.
it's all the hundreds of
It's-
people that have made a good film by all accounts. So I'm
Exactly.
not so much voting my wallet on this one, but I think I'll enjoy the film. Keep the artist from the art.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
that's how I have to do with a lot of music stars for in the past and stuff like
Yeah.
that. They've done some weird shit too. So I have to
Yes.
keep that separate as well. I'm not going into that. But yeah, so that's how you've got to be. So
Yeah,
it's-
definitely. You got to be that way. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Huge, eh?
support the film because of the other actors that are in the film because they deserve that level
Exactly.
of support.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But that it's an unforgivable situation that Ezra Miller has presented himself and everybody else with, and I think that definitely needs to be addressed. So that's
Yeah.
just my feeling. Anyway,
Yeah. 100%.
it is almost that time.
Damn.
You know, especially with the show, but it's been a great one. Les, tell us what you have coming up.
It is very exciting, Lael. So I will be kicking off my series Customs Corner and Artist Alley in February. I will be talking to many artists, many creators who love what they do, and we'll be just fleshing out, you know, how it all started for them, things like that. I will still be doing a few customs here and there. I will be doing a lot more art and a lot more music, and of
Yep.
course a lot more film reviews. And I uploaded a short YouTube clip actually this morning of a A5 size portrait I did of Queen Elizabeth, and quite a few people have said to me, "Oh, that's not A5. That's not A5. It's A4. It's A4. It does not look A5. It's A5."
That's
So I just wanted to say it is A5. I have evidentiary support, but yes. So I will
As if
be
that's the
doing.
thing they had to say. That's the only thing they had to say. So funny. Jesus Christ. Internet so
It's hilarious. But yes,
It's your work.
music.
Period.
yeah,
It's my
exactly.
work.
Yeah.
Yes, I did it. It is A5. The reason why I'm so proud of this being on an A5 is because Copic markers, they can have a very thick point, and you've got to use them very lightly to actually get the ink that you want, because it's ink that I use. And if you screw up the ink, you screw up the image, and I'm very glad that I didn't do that with her. So, yes.
for you.
That's what's
Well
up.
done.
That's what's up, my guys.
Great work. Look forward to seeing your artwork progressing as well.
Definitely
Thank
can
you.
not
It's
wait.
great. Yeah, it's great. Great that's something that you found your niche. You found something that you're passionate about, and I think it's a good avenue for you to go down and continue that and show
And
that
you're
progression as
going
well.
to kill
And I
it.
think it's great. Yeah, and I think it's great. I think it's great because I think we can be one of very many, or you can set yourself up with a niche and then really progress.
Yeah.
People can see the progression, which I think is just great.
It's
So I think we
your
support that.
passion.
Really
So you
your
have
passion,
to you got to follow that passion. Where that passion takes you is just, you know, again, we have different. We're not just, you know, visually individuals on camera that sit down and just talk all day. We have things that we kind of deal with and we thrust ourselves into, you know, every single day. It's not all, for me, it's definitely not all about just collecting and, you know, talking about entertainment. Like there's other things that I got going on outside of this that I'm extremely passionate about. So
Absolutely.
definitely and I'm so glad to see you're doing it. So that
Thank
you know,
you.
I do
Thank
appreciate
you.
that
I
as
appreciate
always.
that, guys.
And if you haven't already, everybody out there, Marvelous on IG and YouTube, make sure you follow if you haven't already. So you can also see the Marvelous Heigl in, you know, doing her thing.
Great.
Heigl.
Marvelous Heigl.
The Marvelous Heigl doing her thing. Definitely make sure that you actually do that. Rich, what do you have going on, my friend?
Brother, thank you so much for having me as always. Lovely seeing you, Les. You're great. It's brilliant to spend time with you as always.
Likewise.
Thank you. So my channel has been in a little hiatus for the last couple of weeks simply because I've been so busy with what I was talking about earlier with work and stuff and family. So I'm starting an element of my channel which is going to be focusing on movie news and entertainment news, which I'm going to do once a week. That's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be in a live stream or it's just going to be a video. But I'm going to be doing something like that, and then I'm going to be returning Film Club again, and scattered in between that, I'm going to be doing reviews on 1/6 that I've picked up, deals that I've got, or statues, like you can see in the background. And also, I keep threatening it because I have been filming it, the 1/6 bunker that I've had made custom.
Oh, wow.
Batman. It's incredible. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's amazing. So expect that very soon in the next few days on my channel, Reviews with Rich. If people can follow me on reviews_with_Rich on IG as well, I'd very much appreciate it. I'm getting some starting to pick up a bit more now on that one. But if people can subscribe to me, I'll be great. I'm only on 349 at the minute, so if people can subscribe and get in there.
Come on, let's go.
Come on. Let's get the 1K
Make sure you have.
this year. So yeah, if you like what we've talked about tonight, it's gonna be very similar kind of stuff I'm gonna be talking about. And my opinion on stuff, it might not be as spicy sometimes, but it's still gonna be my opinion and my honest opinion. So you can always rely on that.
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll be on 16 Fix channel tomorrow night, Bargain Bin Bros.
Yes,
Then I will be on Collectors Lounge on Sunday. So looking forward to that. So all's good. So thank you so much, everybody out there, for being so supportive. I really appreciate it, and always great hanging out. Thank you.
Appreciate you, bro, and thank you for being here as always. As you know,
thank you, Leo. Thank you for having us every week on your channel to talk
Come on, let's go.
Craziness.
Let's go. And also, I just want to remind people out there really quick before I go. We've been pushing this now for about a week now. If you haven't already, just to let you know, head on over, because we are doing a giveaway. And I've been talking about this pretty much on every channel. Head on over to the Figure Flex Friday Facebook group or the Collector Zone Cantina Facebook group. You want to actually become a member of both. You have a chance to basically win the Iron Man Origins Collection Deluxe figure. And that's basically a giveaway that we're doing right now. You head on over to the channel. Once you do, under the videos that are posted, because we have two videos, this video is posted on both channels. So you go under the video and you tell us why you love Iron Man and why it's your favorite character. And you have a chance to be entered in. And basically the winner will be selected from those group of individuals. But you have to become a member of the Figure Flex Friday Facebook channel, as well as the Collector Zone Cantina Facebook channel as well. And definitely you have a chance to win. So just wanted to let you know that's going on. But anyway, thank you guys, as always, everybody out there for being here. I cannot know less. When are we supposed to be doing the mental health awareness?
So next week, I can't do Rise and Shine because I have my friend's wedding. So I will be able to join you guys.
And that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny. 27 dresses.
Yeah, there you go. You'll be catching the bouquet.
27 dresses. There we go. That is fun. Yeah, see?
Oh, God.
Well, you're going to do a mock-up on Photoshop, aren't you?
I am. I got this.
Maybe I should go totally blonde and actually live it. I don't know.
You're right.
Hilarious. You guys. Thank you. Very kind. But I was thinking we could actually do the mental health stream on my 27th, your 26th.
26th.
So week after next,
which
will replace Rise and Chai. Might have to, unless we do it earlier. I don't know. We can do it at
however you want to do it. You let us know.
Your 3 p.m., my 6.
You definitely let us know.
3 p.m., my 7.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
We can do it an hour before Rise and Chai, and then swap over.
That definitely works. We can do that.
Yeah,
I have no problem with doing that. You let me know, and we're all in, and we can do it. So I definitely don't mind that. We can definitely we can definitely do that. I have no problems, no qualms with that.
Oh, good. That's hilarious. Except this time I have to pay for my own dress.
Yeah, right. There you go. But anyway, thank you guys, everybody out there, for being here. You have a safe and incredible weekend if you haven't already. Again, a great time. And everybody out there, thank you for your comments, man. We try to create this energy. The synergy between us is so unreal. It's incredible. It is natural. So that's why we do it. We decided to talk about it. No dramas over here. Anyway, love you guys. Until next week, I can't wait to actually have this conversation again, as always. But until then, we love you guys. And again, stay blessed. Have a safe weekend. If you need to talk about anything, know that you always have listening ears here. But yeah, let's go. See you later.